Every decade, the world of tennis meets a figure who rewrites the game's genetic code. When the calendar struck August 2024, an unexpected name on the hard courts of New York shattered a record that had stood for 24 years. I think we need to talk about Iva Jovic. In this video, you will witness a journey that began with silent preparation on a rooftop in a migrant household. The history she wrote on the US Open main draw at just 16, the strategic brilliance shaped personally by Novak Djokovic, and how she shocked the world in Melbourne in January 2026. Iva Jovic's story begins in Torrance, California, rooted in a migrant discipline stretching from the Balkans to America. Her parents, Yelena and Bojan, both pharmacists, instilled in her a character defined by the belief that everything must be earned. Far from the bright lights of the tennis world, Iva took her first swings on a rooftop court of an apartment building, practicing against her sister, Mia. What set her apart from her peers wasn't just physical power. It was the ability to maintain rigorous academic and athletic discipline simultaneously. By 2024, she swept both the singles and doubles titles at the USTA National Championships in San Diego, forcing the gates of the US Open wide open. This wasn't a mere invitation. It was a merit earned through relentless sweat. New York, 2024. A 16-year-old high school student entered the main draw with a wild card, facing world number 42, Magda Linette. For the pundits, this match was a chance for a youngster to gain experience. For Iva, it was a business trip. Defeating Linette with a decisive 6-4, 6-3 scoreline, she etched her name into history as the youngest American woman to win a US Open main draw match since the year 2000. Yet, the most striking part wasn't the victory itself, but the composure she showed in her interview minutes later. "I knew I belonged here," she said. Competing in both the professional and junior categories during the same tournament demonstrated the immense scale of her mental capacity. 2025 became the most critical corner of that process for Iva. In September, when she lifted the trophy at the Guadalajara Open, WTA 500, she was recorded as one of the youngest champions on the professional tour. Maintaining her distance education without interruption during this period proved that her life off the court was as meticulously planned as her game on it. Closing 2025 with a massive leap in the world rankings, she was no longer seen as a prospect. She had become one of the most dangerous players on the tour. Then came January 2026. In the scorching heat of Melbourne Park, the name Iva Jovic resonated once again. Her dialogue with Novak Djokovic throughout the tournament became one of the most talked about topics in the tennis world. The tactics she received from her idol, focusing on court geometry and defensive aggression, added a new dimension to her game. By eliminating elite names like Jasmine Paolini and Yulia Putintseva to reach the quarterfinals, she became the youngest Australian Open quarterfinalist in 19 years. Her resilience against world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka in the quarterfinals carried a sense of victory even in defeat. This journey, stretching from an apartment rooftop to the world's grandest stadiums, is the most concrete proof of what happens when discipline meets talent. Do you think Iva Jovic can lift her first Grand Slam trophy before the season ends?